And most of you are going to see a good soaking rain. The problem is it could come down rather heavily and cause some flooding issues like we're seeing in Tarrant County right now. So we have a flash flood warning in place for Tarrant County. This thunderstorm that's been over Tarrant County has just been sitting there basically for the last hour or so. So a flash flood warning in place for almost all of Tarrant County. This includes Fort Worth, Bedford, Saginaw, Benbrook, just almost down to Kennedale, because easily 2 to maybe 3 to 4 inches of rain has fallen, especially kind of between Haltom City and Watauga, kind of the bullseye there, where I wouldn't be surprised if there's some 3 to maybe 4 inch totals, and all that's fallen within the last 1 to 2 hours or so. Some very heavy rainfall falling over Tarrant County at the moment, and it will continue to do so at least for the next little bit. That flash flood warning runs until midnight, by the way. Heavy rain also falling from Garland to Heath to Forney, but not heavy enough to warrant a flash flood warning or anything like that. But if you're out and about this evening or tonight, there could be a little ponding on the roadways, things like that. So please be careful. Also some heavy rain falling in and around Cleburne, but my main concern at the moment is for sure in parts of Tarrant County. As we expand the view, we can really see the rain just kind of falling in and around the DFW Metroplex right now, kind of outside of that. Not a whole lot going on, but that will change as we head into tomorrow morning. By the way, that flood watch in place for all of North Texas, rainfall amounts of 1 to 4 inches, probably most places in that 2 to 4 inch range, and isolated higher amounts are certainly possible. Let's talk what happens. There's midnight. Some thunderstorms still lingering over the DFW area. Maybe a kind of a brief lull in the activity, but then by tomorrow morning we'll really start to see an uptick in coverage, especially for areas in kind of northern North Texas, and then all that will start to sink to the south as we head through the morning tomorrow. So here's 7 a.m. tomorrow morning as you're headed out the door, maybe to the bus stop. Rain falling from Decatur to Denton to McKinney. Could Dallas maybe not see rain right at 7 o'clock, or Cleburne at Waxahachie not see rain right at 7 a.m.? I think that's possible, but the rain will move in through the morning hours. So some thunderstorms are definitely possible for the morning commute tomorrow, and any thunderstorms that are out there will bring heavy rain. As we head through the morning, look how this heavy rain just drifts to the south. That's where I'm concerned with maybe some localized flooding issues. There was 10 o'clock. There's noon. The heavy rain's still out there, but it will start to shift to the south as we head into the afternoon, and your mid to late afternoon and evening hours should be pretty dry during the day tomorrow. The temperatures will stay on the cool side though, so we'll talk about that when I return, and we'll have more on the timing and the details for all this rain coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Kyle, we'll see you again in just a few minutes to keep us up to date on everything going on out there. Anytime it rains, flooding is definitely a concern in our area, but we've been in an extreme drought, and that means the ground is so compacted, even a little bit of rain could cause big trouble. WFA's William Joy has been monitoring things for us tonight in Dallas, and he is live with us right now. William, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Teresa, basically the way things are right now in downtown Dallas, as Kyle was just talking about, is the way they've been most of today. The slight drizzle, sprinkle, maybe even cloudy for large portions of this day outside of that downpour we had around 2 and the one we had about an hour ago. But it's calm right now, at least again in downtown Dallas. Still, even though we needed this rain, everybody probably wanted this rain, that doesn't mean it hasn't been causing issues as well. Get this, I talked to DPD earlier. They told me that from noon to 5 today, they had 50 crashes that they had to respond to across the city. And it wasn't just people driving, but people flying as well that also dealt with some issues. American Airlines had to delay more than 800 flights, cancel more than 300, and Southwest Airlines delayed around 1,500 flights. According to FlightAware, DFW Airport had the most cancellations and most delays of any airport in the world today. We spoke to one of Dallas's 2 swiftwater rescue teams today. They said after going so long without rain during this record drought, people can just forget some of the basics about driving in rain. Can also flood much quicker, as you were just talking about, with the dry ground, with the clogged drains, and that we've become kind of a broken record telling people not to drive through water, but it just keeps happening. One of the officers I spoke with said by the time you realize you're in trouble, usually you're already past the point of no return. Take a listen.
Everybody thinks, oh, it's not going to happen to me. They see it happen to everybody else, but that'll never happen to me. And so you see water where a street might be flooded, and you start driving through it, not realizing truly how deep it is and what's going on underneath the surface. And then that's whenever people really start to get into trouble.
As Kyle was just talking about, this rain isn't going to stop anytime soon, which means as people wake up tomorrow morning, they're going to head out and likely be dealing with possibly some flooding roads, maybe even some flooding in the dark. So if you're heading out in the morning, driving to work, please be calm and careful. Live in Dallas, I'm William Joy.